Welcome to the 2025 Butler County Rabbit Show. Today we've got some special guests helping us with handing out ribbons. Over in the corner we've got our 2025 Butler County Fair Queen, Miss Hannah Wangsmith. Also helping with ribbons today is our Dairy Princess, October DePower, and our 2025 Junior Fair Queen, Miss Destiny Tribe. And we'll start the morning with a few fair comments from our queen, Miss Hannah Wangsmith.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Rabbit Show. These last few days, I've attended many of these shows. I've enjoyed my time so far, and I'm looking forward today to the Kids' Day, so I'm excited to do that, and then the concert tonight.
Also with us today is Richard Steinberg. He is going to be our judge today. Mr. Steinberg did his very first rabbit show judging back in 1974. He is a member of the ARBA and has been since 1986. And he comes to us from Owatonna, Minnesota. Would you please give our judge a big round of applause? Also, we need to give a big round of applause to Liz Brinkman. She is our rabbit superintendent and does a wonderful job of being sure our show runs smoothly today. First up, we are going to be doing our senior showmanship. So seniors, you may start making your way to the judging table. These are any exhibitor who has finished 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, or 12th grade. This is going to be our senior showmanship class. At the table in this class, we have Samantha Jansen, Lily Wedeking, and Erica Brinkman. Next, our next class will be our intermediate showman. Intermediate showman, anyone who has finished 7th grade or 8th grade.
right, we have our senior showmans here. We got 3 kids up here participating in our senior showmanship. Let's give them a hand. What I'm looking for is a participant that can turn the rabbit over, handle the rabbit, being able to show me the sex of the rabbit and sex it the proper way and tell me whether they have a buck or a doe. I ask a little bit about the breed that they have in front of them, and I'm also looking for the handling ability, able to turn the animal over, keep control of the animal, and handle it completely. Our reserve champion is going to be right here in the middle. Let's give her a hand. And my champion's on the end down here. Let's give her a hand.
The results of our senior champion rabbit showmanship class. Reserve champion senior rabbit showman goes to Lily Wedeking. She is receiving a trophy sponsored by Butler County 4-H. Today, our senior champion showman for rabbit is Erica Brinkman, and she is receiving a trophy sponsored by Butler County 4-H. If you receive trophies, you may go to the winner's circle right away on the west side with the blue curtain to have your photo taken. Next to the judges table, we have our intermediate showmanship class. Intermediate showmanship class. This is for any exhibitor who has finished 7th or 8th grade. You may start to make your way to the table if you are an intermediate and interested in joining our showmanship class.
Okay, we have 2 kids participate, intermediate showmanship. Let's give them a hand for coming out for showmanship. One of the things I'm looking for, we'd like to have purebred animals. This is not a pet class, it's a rabbit class, and there are 52 different breeds of rabbits, and every breed, every animal's got to correlate with a certain particular breed. And here again, I'm looking for handling ability, able to turn a rabbit over, show me about it, the rabbit, whatever I ask you to show me, and I'm asking you to know a little bit about the breed of rabbit that you do have there. Our reserve champion is going to be right here. Let's give him a hand. And my champion is right here. Let's give her a hand.
The results of our intermediate rabbit showmanship class. Champion intermediate rabbit showman goes to Claire Morgan. She is receiving a trophy sponsored by Butler County 4-H. Our reserve champion intermediate rabbit showman goes to Leland DeBauer. He is also receiving a trophy sponsored by Butler County 4-H. Next to the judges table, our junior showmanship class. Our junior showmanship class. This is for any exhibitor that has finished 4th grade, 5th grade, or 6th grade.
rabbit over, show me the teeth. All right, we've got our junior showman out here. Let's give them all a hand for coming out for showmanship. And here again, I'm looking for handling ability, a little bit about the participant that knows a little bit about the breed of rabbit that they do have in front of them. And as we discussed quite a bit, and with the other groups too, what malocclusion is and what simple malocclusion is. And so through by trying to decide which is going to be a champion, Missouri champion, I've got a third spot I'm going to give. The most improved since he come up there. I will have to give her credit right here. She's the most improved when she come up here. She wasn't handling the rabbit correctly, but after showing her how to handle the rabbit, she has improved a lot in her handling ability of the show. They can show me the animal and turn it over. I like to see that. My reserve champion is going to be down in the end down here. Let's give him a hand. And my champion is right here. Let's give her a hand.
Let's give a round of applause to Dakota Workholder, who was our most improved today. I believe I have the winners right. Our champion junior rabbit showman goes to Adeline Hartson. She is receiving a trophy sponsored by Butler County 4-H. Our reserve champion is Kellen Morgan. He is receiving a champion sponsored by Butler County 4-H. Our next class is our Little Clover Kids. So if our Little Clover Kids would start to make their way to the table with their exhibits, hopefully our tables aren't too tall for them. Entering this class, we have Luke DePower of the Shell Rock Rockets, Charlotte Grasser of the Jefferson Live Wire Clover Kids, that's Charlotte Grazier, Cody Grazier of the Jefferson Live Wire Clover Kids, Henry Rover of the Shell Rock Rockets, Abigail Schneider of the Shell Rock Rockets, and Adam Schneider of the Shell Rock Rockets. This is our Clover Kid Rabbit class.
They all want to be winners. Yeah.
All right, these are our clover buds here. Let's give a hand to our clover buds coming up for this competition. I do ask the kids one question, and I'm going to ask that same question again. What is the name of your rabbit? Ray. All right. And what is the name of your rabbit? Brownie. All right. And what is the name of your rabbit?
Starlight.
Starlight. Okay, he hasn't figured out a name for his rabbit. That is fine. You can figure it out some other name. What's the name of your rabbit?
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker. And what is the name of your rabbit?
Sandy.
Sandy. All right, let's give these clover buds another hand for coming out for the clover bud class. Thank you very much.
Our next class to the judges' table is our New Zealand senior buck over 8 months. New Zealand senior buck over 8 months. In this class, we have Dakota Burkholder of the Butler County Young Riders, Samantha Jansen of the North Butler FFA, and Samantha Jansen has another entry from the North Butler FFA. Once again, this is our New Zealand senior buck over 8 months. Please be getting your New Zealand senior doe over 8 months ready, for you are the next class.
All right, in our New Zealand class here, we got 3 New Zealand senior bucks. The weight requirement for senior bucks, they got to weigh at least 9 pounds. We got 2 animals in this class that are under that 9-pound requirement, not quite making it. This animal here is a little bit larger than the one right above it. Both of these are receiving red ribbon today in the class for basically not reaching their weight requirement. But this animal here is also a little bit lower and narrow in that shoulder, a little bit narrow in that midsection. I like the fullness of development of that hindquarters. We just don't have enough growth, enough weight there to make the requirement. Now, we've got an animal here that weighs even less than that. This one only weighs 7 pounds, so it's 2 pounds under the weight requirement. But when I get it up, sitting up here posing, it is nicely balanced for what it does have, just not large enough. Need more bone, more size, more development on it. We do have a black senior back here making the weight requirement, fairly well balanced in that body type, a little bit lower in that shoulder, but I like the development fullness of that hindquarters. Well deserving of the first place blue in the class. Let's give them a hand.
Winning your New Zealand senior buck class over 8 months is Samantha Jansen of the North Butler FFA. Next is our New Zealand senior doe over 8 months. In this class we have Samantha Jansen from the North Butler FFA. Samantha Jansen has another entry from the North Butler FFA. And Samantha Jansen has a 3rd entry from the North Butler FFA. Once again, this is our New Zealand senior doe over 8 months. Our next class will be our New Zealand junior buck under 6 months.
right, we have 3 New Zealand senior does. The weight requirement on New Zealand senior does is 10 to 12 pounds, and we have 3 animals in this class. None of the 3 are making that 10-pound weight requirement. We got the smallest one here, the little red one, 7 pounds, maybe just a little over 7 pounds. Fairly well balanced for what it does have, but just not enough bone structure, not enough size, scale, and substance in an animal. So all 3 of these are receiving red, but this will be my 3rd place red. My 2nd place red is going to be this blue animal, just a little higher up over those hips, not quite developed there in that hindquarters, and just not having enough size, scale, and substance. Same thing with the black here. Under the weight requirement, under 10 pounds, not making the weight requirement, but receiving the 1st place red in this class. Let's give them a hand.
The results of our New Zealand senior doe over 8 months. 1st place went to Samantha Jansen. Next to the table, we have our New Zealand junior buck under 6 months. Our entry in this class is Lexi Schneider of the Shell Rock Rockets. Once again, this is our New Zealand junior buck under 6 months. Our next class that needs to be getting ready for the table is other commercial breeds senior buck over 8 months.
Okay, we have 1 New Zealand junior buck in the class here today, and this junior buck is going to be receiving a blue ribbon in the class. There's no problem with weight requirements on it. It's a fairly well balanced animal. My biggest concern of this animal is the fur condition, and we discussed this, and I know how the fur condition is, just lack of density and not well finished. It's usually because there's a bunch of animals in the cage with it, and they're jumping all over each other, and they're wearing the fur off each other. But receiving a blue ribbon in the class today, let's give her a hand.
The results of our New Zealand junior buck under 6 months. 1st place goes to Lexi Schneider of the Shell Rock Rockets. Our next class is our other commercial breeds senior, we need to pick a champion New Zealand. We need a champion New Zealand. So we need from our New Zealand senior buck over 8 months, Samantha Jansen. Our New Zealand senior Joe, Samantha Jansen. And our New Zealand junior buck, Lexi Schneider. We are picking a champion New Zealand.
All right, in my selection here, trying to decide to indicate my reserve champion here. First off, my reserve champion is going to be between the senior doe that doesn't make its weight requirement or a junior buck that does make the weight requirement, just not having the fur. My reserve champion New Zealand is going to be the junior buck. My champion New Zealand is going to be the senior buck. Let's give them a hand.
Our champion New Zealand is Samantha Jansen. Our reserve champion New Zealand is Lexi Schneider. Our next class up to the table is other commercial breeds senior buck over 8 months. Samantha Jansen is in this class.
Flemish senior buck. Weighs 11 pounds, maybe just a little bit over 11, and they're supposed to weigh at least 13 pounds. So we're a couple pounds under the weight requirement, and what we need is more size, scale, and substance. So it's in a breeding program. Not enough size, not enough bone, a little bit heavier, thicker bones is what we need. We need a little more development full of the hindquarters. This animal is going to be receiving a red ribbon in the class today, mainly because it does not make its weight requirement. Let's give her a hand.
First place in our other commercial breed senior buck is Samantha Jansen. Samantha, you may leave your buck up there because we will be picking a champion and reserve champion other commercial breeds. But first, before we do that, we have our other commercial breeds senior doe Samantha Jansen.
We've got one Flemish giant senior doe. She weighs 10 pounds, maybe just a little bit over 10 pounds. Weight requirement is 14, so we're quite a bit under that. But, however, what I do like about her, she's nicely balanced for what she does have. One of the key things we're looking at in rabbits is balance. Looking for good length of that body, well-filled hindquarters, good depth width of that shoulders, and she does have good balance. She's just a little bit too small. She needs to be a little bit larger. She is only going to be receiving a red ribbon, basically, because she's 4 pounds under that weight requirement, but receiving a red ribbon in the class. And as far as these two Flemish goes, I like the doe better than the buck, basically because of her balance. She's much more balanced. I like to maybe see a little bit longer body, but she's fairly well balanced in body type. So my senior doe is going to be the champion Flemish, and the senior buck is going to be reserve champion Flemish. Let's give her a hand.
We will now be picking a champion commercial rabbit and a reserve champion commercial rabbit. For this, we need our New Zealand champion, Samantha Jansen, our reserve champion, Lexi Schneider, from our New Zealands. From our other commercial breeds, we need Samantha Jansen with her senior buck, and her Samantha Jansen with her senior doe.
All right. All right, in my selection of a champion, a reserve champion, commercial or large breeds of animals, my reserve champion, I'm going to go with the New Zealand here. And my champion, I'm going to go with the Flemish giant that's under the weight, but I like the balance on this animal. Let's give them a hand.
Our champion commercial rabbit today winner was Samantha Jansen. She is receiving a trophy sponsored by Swart Tire Services. Our reserve champion commercial rabbit was Samantha Jansen. She is receiving a trophy sponsored by Butler County 4-H. We are now moving into the fancy rabbit section of the program. In this class we have Erica Brinkman of the Golden Eagles. Erica Brinkman with a second and a third entry from the Golden Eagles. We have Joshua Brinkman from the Golden Eagles, and he also has 3 entries. We have Kaylee Brinkman from the Coldwater Dayton Busy Gophers. We have Carter Jewell from the Jefferson Live Wires, and Malia Flores of the Coldwater Dayton Busy Gophers. Once again, in this class, we have Erica Brinkman, 3 entries, Joshua Brinkman, 3 entries, Kaylee Brinkman, Carter Jewell, and Malia Flores. This is our Holland Lot Senior Buck over 6 months. Our next class will be our Holland Lot Senior Doe.
Okay, in our huddle up, senior buck class, we have a weight requirement on huddle up senior bucks or huddle ups that cannot weigh over 4 pounds. We have one heavy duty one here, almost weighs 5 pounds, receiving a red ribbon in the class today because of that. It does have fairly well balanced, one does have fairly good ear carriage. You can open us that ear. I like that hand, the crown is good. Just a little bit too much weight there, receiving the red ribbon there also. Or receiving a red ribbon there. Also receiving a red ribbon, it's going to be this animal here. Just not as well balanced as I would like to see it. Just a little bit weak in that midsection. And it's got that one ear that every now and then wants to go up. And what that is showing me, we were lacking on width of the crown. The crown doesn't have enough width there to bring that ear and bring it, carry it down around beside the head where it should be. For those reasons, receiving a red ribbon in the class. Also receiving a red ribbon is this animal here. I like the length of that body, just a little bit narrow in that shoulder and in that midsection, like that, a little bit more fullness, a little bit more roundness. Just doesn't have quite the balance that I'm looking for. And one of the key things, as I stated already, balance is very important. We got to have a balanced animal, nicely put together throughout that body. This animal here, also just a little bit weak in that midsection, receiving a red ribbon. I like the head, the look between the eyes, transfers very well to the width going in muscle. I like that openness of that ear. But we get to the shoulders, a little bit flat in that shoulders, a little weak in that midsection, and not quite finished in that coat, receiving the red ribbon for those reasons. The rest of the animals in this class are receiving blue ribbons. And my fifth place one is going to be this animal. Does have a good head, very good ear carriage. I like the depthness of that crown on this animal. If I felt it anywhere, slope it off just a little bit sooner than the height workers. I like the depthness of that shoulders. It's just a little bit weak back there and not finished in that coat today. And my fourth place blue is this animal here. A very good head. I like that curvature from the crown to the muscle. That ear carriage, very good crown on that animal. I like the hindquarters. Just a little bit narrow and a little bit low in that shoulder. I like that a little more development there. Now, there's not much you can do about that. That's just the way these are. These are seniors, and they're really not going to change anymore. My third place blue animal, well balanced in that head, good curvature, very good ear carriage. Also, just a little bit weak in that shoulders. Could have a little more width there. Then the top two animals in this class. This animal receiving second place blue in the class. Very good head. Very good openness that ear crown. Faulted just a little bit in that shoulders. As far as width and depth in that shoulders, not quite as well finished in coat as our first place. First place animal, we got a real good balance. Balance is the key thing that I'm looking at here again. I like that width between the eyes. Transfers very well to that muzzle. Very good crown, give it a very good openness to that ear, and a very well balanced body type, well deserving of the first place of this class. Let's give them a hand.
The results of our Holland Lop Senior Buck over 6 months. First place went to Joshua Brinkman of the Golden Eagles. Second place went to Erica Brinkman of the Golden Eagles. Next to the table, we have our Holland Lop Senior Doe over 6 months. In this class, we have Erica Brinkman of the Golden Eagles. Erica Brinkman has another entry from the Golden Eagles, and Joshua Brinkman from the Golden Eagles. Once again, this is our Holland Lop Senior Doe over 6 months. Please be getting your Holland Lop Junior Bucks ready. That will be our next class.
right, in our Huddle Up Senior Doe class, 3 animals in this class. All 3 animals receiving a blue ribbon. This animal here will be my 3rd place blue. No problem with the weight. Does have a good length in that body. The biggest problem is the ears, which shows me that it's lacking in width of that crown. A little bit of control over those ears. Also, you see just a slight fold in the ear like a normal rabbit's ear would be, and I want them flat as possible. So there we don't have enough depth on that crown. So the crown is affecting this animal crowning on the ears as far as how they hang and whether they're open or not. That's the biggest fault of this animal is the ears on that animal. Receiving 2nd place blue is this animal. Somewhat to the same situation. The ears have a slight fold in them, nowhere near as much of a control problem as the other animal. But I like the curvature from the crown to the muzzle. It transfers very well to that muzzle, fairly well balanced in that body tape. But I like to see the ears just a little bit more flat than what they are. My 1st place blue in this class is this animal. Very good head and ears, very good ear carriage, much more flatness of those ears, nicely balanced body type, well deserving of the 1st place blue in this class. Let's give them a hand.
The results of our Holland Senior Doe over 6 months. 1st place went to Erica Brinkman of the Golden Eagles. 2nd place went to Erica Brinkman of the Golden Eagles. Our next class is our Holland Junior Buck under 6 months. In this class, we have Erica Brinkman of the Golden Eagles. We also have Joshua Brinkman of the Golden Eagles, and Joshua has 2 other entries for this class. Once again, at the table is our Holland Lob Junior Buck under 6 months. Our next class that can be getting their exhibits ready is Holland Lob Junior Doe under 6 months.
Okay, in our Huddle Junior Doe class, 3 animals in this class. I'm going to start out with this animal here receiving a red ribbon today for a junior doe. The head is a little bit elongated. It's not as rounded as I'd like to see. For a junior, having an elongated head, it's not going to get much rounder. We need a little bit more roundness. Fairly good openness in that ear, but also a little bit low, a little bit flat in that shoulder. We don't have the balance of the body that I'm looking for. A little bit narrow there, fairly well filled, rounded up over that hindquarters, but just not having the balance that I would like to see. The other two animals in the class receiving blue ribbons in the class. This animal here does have some ear problem also. Now, I should say crown problem. Just does not have enough width of that crown, which sits on top of the head, enough width of that crown to make those ears run lay down beside the head. Fairly good body type, gonna lengthen that body, will fill up over that hindquarters while receiving the second place blue in this class. Receiving the first place blue is gonna be this doe here. Does have a fairly good head, good openness of that ear, a good length of that body, has a baby coat, unfinished that coat today, but very promising in that animal. Let's give them a hand.
The results of our Holland Loft Junior Buck under 6 months class. Our first place went to Erica Brinkman of the Golden Eagles. Second place went to Joshua Brinkman of the Golden Eagles. Will our exhibitors for Holland Loft Junior Doe under 6 months please start to make their way to the table? Holland Loft Junior Doe under 6 months. In this class, we have Erica Brinkman of the Golden Eagles. Erica Brinkman also has 2 other exhibits. Joshua Brinkman of the Golden Eagles, he has a second exhibit. We have Ava Duell of the Jefferson Line Wires and Carter Duell of the Jefferson Line Wires. Once again, this is our Holland Loft Junior Doe under 6 months. Next, we will be picking a champion and reserve champion Holland Loft. Our next class will be a champion and reserve champion Holland Loft.
All right, in our Huddle Up Junior Doe class, we have 7 animals in this class. We've got a couple of red ribbons down here. This animal here, just a little bit long in that body, a little bit low and flat in that shoulder. Actually, the ears are just a little bit too long. They do not balance with the rest of the body. Fairly good width between the eyes, but the head's a little bit elongated also. So receiving a red ribbon in the class for those reasons. Also receiving a red ribbon is this animal here. Just not as well balanced with body type, a little bit flat, a little bit low in that shoulder. I like the ear carriage on this animal, just doesn't have the body to balance with the head and ears that we do have there. The rest of the animals in this class receiving blue ribbons in the class today. This animal here just does have well-balanced body type, good depth width of that shoulder. I like to have a little bit more width there between the eyes, a little bit more flatness there at that muzzle. Doesn't have much density in that coat there today, but a very promising youngster. Also received a blue ribbon, which this is my 4th place blue. Very good head, good ears. I like the ear carriage, length of that ear. Fairly well-balanced body type, a little bit low in that shoulder. Fairly well finished. Not finished in that coat today. And then receiving my 3rd place blue, well-balanced body type in this animal. I like to see here a little bit more width there between the eyes. Fairly good depth with that crown, giving a good ear carriage. My 2nd place blue is this animal here. Very good length of that body, well-balanced in that body type. Good ear carriage, good depth with that crown. My 4th and animal, just a little bit in that shoulder, being a little bit narrow, a little bit low in that shoulder. My 1st place animal. Nicely balanced throughout, very good head, good ear carriage, fairly well balanced, well deserving of the 1st place animal. One thing that I have a tendency to do on Huddle Ups, they do get excitable, and when I'm handling, they don't necessarily keep their ears down. So I also like looking at them in the cage by themselves, where nobody's bothering them, picking on them, and they seem a lot of them will bring their ears down. But anyway, that's the end of this class. Let's give them a hand.
The results of our Holland Lob Junior Doe under 6 months. 1st place went to Erica Brinkman. 2nd place went to Erica Brinkman. We are now picking a champion and reserve champion Holland Lob. In this class, we have Joshua Brinkman, Erica Brinkman, Erica Brinkman, and Erica Brinkman. We are picking a champion and reserve champion Holland Lob.
All right, with the Huddle Ups that I do have up here, I have my 1st place senior buck and my 2nd place senior buck. 1st place senior doe, 1st plus junior buck, and 1st place junior doe. My reserve champion in the Huddle Ups today is going to be my 2nd place senior buck, and my champion Huddle Up is going to be my 1st place senior buck. Let's give them a hand.
Our champion Holland Lob comes from our senior buck class. That goes to Joshua Brinkman. Our reserve champion Holland Lob also comes from our senior buck class, and that's Erica Workman. Oh, excuse me, Brinkman. Next to the table is our mini lop senior buck. In this class, we have Cora Grazer of the Jefferson Line Wires, Kellen Morgan of the Monroe Clever Clovers, Daphne Yulry of the Monroe Clever Clovers, Brody Wedeking of the Coldwater Dayton Busy Gophers, and Lily Wedeking of the Coldwater Dayton Busy Gophers. During our show, it's always nice to recognize our seniors, and we had a senior that was just very busy at our judges' table. This year we have our senior Erica Brinkman. Erica Brinkman has been an active member in 4-H for several years and a great role model for many of our younger participants in different shows that she has been in. She plans to attend Ellsworth Community College and study pre-vet. Please give Erica Brinkman a wonderful round of applause for all the great things she has done for our youth and the role modeling that she has done. Good luck, Miss Erica Brinkman.
Okay, in our mini lop class here, our top weight requirement, they cannot be over 6.5 pounds. Well, we got a 7-pounder here. Receiving a red ribbon in this class basically because of it being over that weight requirement. Fairly well balanced in body type, nicely round over the hindquarters. I see a little bit of flatness in that shoulder. Very good openness in that ear, good width in that head. But it's just a little bit flat in that shoulder and a little bit too much weight there. Rest of the animals in this class receiving blue ribbons. My front place blue is this animal here, fairly good head, good ear carriage. I like to see a little bit more depth and width in that shoulder, a little bit flat, a little bit narrow in that shoulder, a little rough over the hindquarters. When I go across the back with my hand, I can feel those rump bones and the backbone of that animal. Third place, senior buck in this class does have a good head, very good ear carriage. Also, just a little bit lower in that shoulder, a little weak in that midsection, loses slightly on balance compared to the winners of the class today. My second place animal, nicely rounded up over that hindquarters, not finished in that coat, but a very good head, very good ear carriage on this guy. I like that wisp between the eyes. Maybe faulted in or just a trifle flat there in that shoulder. And then my first place blue in this class, awesome head on this animal. I like that width there, that muzzle, openness of that ear, nicely filled up over the hindquarters. Well deserving of the first place in this class. Let's give them a hand.
The results of our mini lop senior buck. First place went to Daphne Ulrey of the Monroe Clever Clovers. Second place went to Lily Wedeking of the Coldwater Dayton Busy Gophers. Our next class to the table is our mini lop senior doe. In this class we have Eden Helke of the Albion Dandy Dozen, Lexi Schneider of the Shell Rock Rockets, and Lily Wedeking of the Coldwater Dayton Busy Gophers. Once again, this is our mini lop senior doe over 6 months. Please be getting your work. And then we'll be picking a champion and reserve champion mini lop.
Okay, we have 3 mini lop senior does in this class. This animal here will be receiving a red ribbon today. I just don't like the balance of this animal. A little bit flat, a little bit narrow, a little bit low in that shoulder. Unfinished in coat today. Just not as well balanced as some of the other animals in this class. To the characteristic of mini lop, receiving a red ribbon in the class. The other two animals are receiving blues. My second place blue animal, nicely rounded up over that hindquarters, does have a good head. A trifle lower, a little bit lower that shoulder, a little bit narrower that shoulder, but well rounded up over that hindquarters, receiving my second place blue. My first place blue is this animal here, very good head, very good openness of that ear. I like the fullness and roundness of that hindquarters, good depth and width of the shoulders, got very nice balance, and it is weight requirement of 6.5 pounds. It weighs an ounce or two over that, and I can allow that. But I like the overall balance, nicely balanced animal there. Let's give those kids a hand.
The results of our mini lop senior doe over 6 months. First place went to Eden Helmke of the Albion Dandy Dozens. Second place went to Lily Wedeke of the Coldwater Dayton Busy Gophers. We are now picking a champion mini lop. In this class, we have Daphne Ulrich, Lily Wedeke, Eden Helmke, and Lily Wedeke. We are picking a mini lop champion and reserve champion.
All right. In the mini lop's got 3 animals to pick from here. I got first place senior buck and my second place senior buck, first place senior doe. My first place senior buck is going to be reserve champion mini lop, and my champion is going to be the senior doe, receiving champion mini lop. Let's give them a hand.
Our champion mini lop today goes to Eden Helmke of the Albion Dandy Dozens. Our reserve champion mini lop goes to Daphne Ulrich of the Monroe Clever Clovers. Our next class is our Mini Rex. Mini Rex senior buck over 6 months. Adeline Hartson of the Monroe Clever Clovers and Samantha Jansen of the North Butler FFA. This again is our Mini Rex senior buck over 6 months. Please be getting your Mini Rex senior does ready.
right, we have two animals on the table here, two mini Rex senior box. Both these animals are receiving a blue ribbon today. My second place blue animal, as we discussed here, he's like a little over the hill. He's like 5 years old. He's not the best fur condition. A little bit of a brownish tinge to that coat. A body type wise, just a little bit hollow in that midsection. Fairly good head and ears. Just not in the prime shape though. He's got a little bit of a brownish tinge to that coat. Receiving the second place blue. My first place blue is this guy here. Very good head and ears. Very good body type. I like the fullest roundness of that hindquarters. Good depth width to that shoulders. Very good density to that coat. And he's pushing his weight limit right now. But I'm giving him the first place blue. Let's give him a hand.
The results of our mini Rex senior buck over 6 months class. First place went to Samantha Jansen of the North Butler FFA. Second place went to Adeline Hartson of the Monroe Clever Clovers. Next to the judges table is our mini Rex senior doe over 6 months. In this class we have Samantha Jansen of the North Butler FFA and Claire Morgan of the Monroe Clever Clovers.
Okay, in our mini Rex senior doe class, two does, both receiving a blue ribbon in the class. We got a senior doe here, black senior doe that's pushing its weight requirement, but I like the balance and fullness of that body. What I don't really care for is the length of that head and the length of those ears. I like to shorten that up just a little bit on that animal. The head and ears are not balanced with the rest of the body. And as I keep saying, balance is very important. Then we got our first place doe here. Nicely rounded up over that hindquarters. Showing me a little bit flat in that shoulder, but very good head and ears, very good density to that goat. Well deserving of the first place blue. Let's give them a hand.
The results of our mini Rex senior doe over 6 months. First place went to Claire Morgan of the Monroe Clever Clovers. Second place went to Samantha Jansen of the North Butler FFA. Next to the table for mini Rex is our junior buck under 6 months. In this class we have Samantha Jansen of the North Butler FFA.
right, we have one junior buck, mini Rex of the class here, receiving a blue in this class today. Well balanced in that body type, well filled up over that hindquarters. Maybe just a little bit pointed in that muzzle. Ears might be just a little bit long right now, but maybe they'll quit growing and the body will catch up with that. But well deserving of the first place blue in the class. Let's give her a hand. Receiving reserve champion mini Rex is going to be the junior buck. Champion is going to be the senior doe. Let's give them a hand.
Our champion of the Mini Rex is Claire Morgan of the Monroe Clever Clovers. Our reserve champion goes to Samantha Jansen of the North Butler FFA. Our next class to the table is just our Rex class. In this class, we have James Hartson of the Monroe Clever Clovers and Lexi Schneider of the Shell Rock Rockets. Once again, this is our Rex senior buck over 6 months. Our next class to be getting ready is the Netherland Dwarfs senior buck class.
Okay, we have the Rex breed up here. These are senior bucks. And my situation is we've got a lot of points on Rex fur. And this animal, that's one thing that doesn't have many Rex feather right now. It's in a bolt right now in very rough condition. Then we got a Rex senior buck here that is a lot underweight, but it doesn't really a balanced body, just needs more size, scale, and substance to it. So neither one of them are really reaching the standard for a Rex, a standard Rex. So I gotta give both of them a red ribbon today. This one here was my second place red because of just not having the fur and in a serious molt at the present time. And this would be my first place red. Nicely balanced in that body type, good density, that good, but just not having nowhere close to the size and scale that we need. Let's give them a hand.
First place went to James Hartson of the Monroe Clever Clovers. Second place went to Lexi Schneider of the Shell Rock Rockets. Our next class to come up is our Netherland Dwarf Senior Buck over 6 months. In this class, we have Ava Duell of the Jefferson Line Wires. For those of you out on the grounds, we have a few spots left for our calf scramble tomorrow. A few spots are left. If you are interested in joining our calf scramble class out at the scrambles tomorrow, you need to sign up at the secretary's office. If you are interested in catching a calf in the calf scrambles, you may head on up to the secretary's office to sign up.
Okay, we have one Netherland Dwarf Senior Buck. Not the best fruit condition here today, but we're basically looking at the Netherland Dwarf's the body type. Head, ears, and body. Looking at it. This animal will be receiving a first place blue in this class today. Very good head, good ears, warm bells, and that body type. Just not having the fur, but I'm giving it a blue ribbon anyway. Let's give her a hand.
The results of our Netherlands Dwarf Senior Buck over 6 months. Ava Duell of the Jefferson Line Wires received first place. Our next class is the Netherlands Dwarf Senior Doe over 6 months. In this class, we have Erica Brinkman, Ava Duell, Lexi Schneider. This is our Netherlands Dwarf Senior Doe. Then we will be picking a champion and reserve champion Netherlands Dwarf.
Okay, our Netherland Dwarf Senior Doe class. 3 of them in the class. We got one here that doesn't, if it's black, it's not supposed to have any weight on it anywhere, but it's got some weight markings on it. And it weighs 3 pounds. Requirement for a Netherland Dwarf, they get up to weigh over 2.5 pounds. So we got a 3-pound animal, which with a bunch of weight on it. So it doesn't meet the qualifications as the Netherland Dwarf. So receiving a red ribbon in the class today. This animal here is also going to be receiving a red ribbon in the class today. Fairly good head, fairly good ears, but very low and narrow in that shoulder, not rounded at all in that hindquarters, and not finished in that coat. Not very good finish of that coat today. My first place animal is going to be receiving a blue. The first place blue in this class does have a good head and ears. Very good body type, length of body, well balanced in that body type, deserving of the first place blue. Let's give them a hand. Okay, in selecting the champion, reserve champion Netherland Dwarf is going to be the senior buck. My champion is going to be the Himalayan. Let's give them a hand.
The results of the Netherland Dwarf Senior Doe over 6 months class. First place went to Erica Brinkman of the Golden Eagles. Second place went to Ava Duell of the Jefferson Line Wires. Then we went ahead and picked our champion, Netherland Dwarf. That went to Erica Brinkman. Our reserve champion went to Ava Duell. Next class to the table is our Polish Senior Doe. In this class, we have Claire Morgan with 2 entries. This is our Polish class Senior Doe. Our next class will be our Other Fancy Breeds Senior Buck with
All right, in our Polish class, 2 senior does. We don't have any senior bucks. Somebody write senior does. Both these animals receiving a blue. My second place blue, we got an animal here that does have a good length in that body. Lacking development, folds and rounds hindquarters. I like the finish of that coat today. Was also just a little bit low in the shoulder, especially compared to our first place animal in the class. But does have very good air carriage, just not as well balanced in body type as our first place. First place animal is this one, nicely developed hindquarters, very good head, good ear carriage. If I faulted anywhere, maybe just a trifle low on that shoulder, could bring that up just a little bit. Very good finish of that coat, and well deserving of the first place blue. Let's give her a hand.
the results of our Polish Senior Doe. First place went to Claire Morgan of the Monroe Clever Clovers. Second place went to Claire Morgan of the Monroe Clever Clovers. Next up is an extra class added. It is our Other Fancy Breeds Senior Buck. In this class, we have Leland DeBauer. This is not in your program. It's our Other Fancy Breeds Senior Buck.
Okay, in our other fancy class here, we got a senior buck. Senior buck. I'm giving this animal a red ribbon in the class, and it doesn't correlate with any particular breed. We got 52 different breeds of rabbits, and it doesn't represent any of those 52 different breeds. It's got white in the wrong spot where it should be. A little bit rough over that body, the hindquarters, and over the back of the animal. Receiving I'm giving it a blue ribbon today, but just not corresponding with any particular color, any particular breed in the class today. So let's give them a hand.
The results of our other fancy breeds senior buck. First place went to Leland DeBauer. Our next class to the table is other fancy breeds senior doe over 6 months. In this class, we also have Mr. Leland DeBauer of the Shell Rock Rockets.
Okay, in our senior doe class here, other fancy animal here, a Dutch. We're supposed to have colored ears. We got one ear that's got a little bit too much white on it. Otherwise, the rest of the markings, the stops, the blades, the saddle, all fairly decent markings. Pretty good body type for this animal, well rounded up over the hindquarters. What I don't like is that ear not having enough color on it. But I am going to be giving the animal a blue ribbon in the class today, basically on that body type and the balance of that body, just the right color on that ear. Let's give them a hand.
The results of our other fancy breeds senior doe over 6 months. First place went to Leland DeBauer of the Shell Rock Rockets. Our next class is other fancy breeds junior buck under 6 months. In this class, we have Samantha Jansen of the North Butler FFA.
And we got one Dutch junior buck, nicely marked Dutch. I like the markings on this little guy. One thing about the Dutch, you can tell when they're in the nest box whether they're keepers or not. This animal's got a very good place, good cheeks, nicely rounded on those cheeks, good saddle, good stops. Very promising youngster. I love this blue color on this animal. Well deserving of first place blue in this class. Let's give her a hand.
The results of our other fancy breeds junior buck under 6 months is Samantha Jansen of the North Butler FFA. We will now be picking a champion and reserve champion for other fancies. In this class, we will need the Rex senior buck from James Hartson of the Monroe Clever Clovers. We will need our Polish champion, Claire Morgan. We will need our Leland DeBauer from our senior buck, our senior doe, and we'll need Samantha Jansen from our senior buck. We are picking an other fancies champion and reserve champion.
right, in the selection of the reserve champion of other breeds, my reserve champion is going to go to the Little Dutch. Let's give her a hand. The champion is going to go to the Polish, seeing you don't. Let's give her a hand.
All right, the results of our champion other fancy breeds. First place goes to Claire Morgan of the Monroe Clever Clubbers. Reserve champion goes to Samantha Jansen of the North Butler FFA. We will now be picking a champion fancy rabbit. All of the reserves, please be ready to come back if necessary, but to the table we need our champion Holland Lot, which was Joshua Brinkman. We need our champion mini lot, which was Eden Helmke. We need our champion mini Rex, which is Claire Morgan. We need our Eric Brinkman with her Netherland Dwarf champion. And then we need Claire Morgan with her other fancy champion. We are picking an overall fancy champion and reserve champion. Our fancy champion will be receiving a trophy sponsored by Butler County 4-H. Our reserve champion fancy rabbit will be receiving a trophy sponsored by Butler Auto Repair. We are picking our champion and reserve champion fancy rabbit.
All right, of our fancy breeds, our four-class breeds, I guess whatever you want to call them, I'm selecting a champion, a reserve champion out of this group. And my reserve champion is going to be the Polish. Let's give her a hand. Champion is going to be the mini lot. Let's give her a hand.
Our champion fancy rabbit today goes to Eden Helmke. She's receiving a trophy sponsored by Butler County 4-H. Our reserve champion fancy rabbit goes to Claire Morgan. She is receiving a trophy sponsored by Butler Auto Repair. We are now picking Best of Show. They're receiving a banner sponsored by the Golden Eagles 4-H Club. This is between Samantha Jansen our winner of the champion commercial rabbit, and Eve Helmke, our champion of the fancy ribbons.
In my selection, we got our best commercial and our best fancy up here. Best in show is going to be the mini lap. Let's give her a hand.
The best of show rabbit today is Eden Helmke. Please give Eden a big round of applause. She is receiving a banner sponsored by the Golden Eagles 4-H Club. One more big round of applause for our judge today, Richard Steinberg, and our superintendent, Liz Brinkman. That concludes our 2025 Butler County Rabbit Show. No, we've got one more class. My fault. We have got the Bred and Own class with Erica Brinkman and Joshua Brinkman. In this class, we have Erica Brinkman of the Golden Eagles and Joshua Brinkman of the Golden Eagles.
All right, in selecting champion of the homegrown, these animals have been totally raised. They were born in their possession, and they raised them. And you need a champion and reserve. Reserve champion. Is this hollow out? Champion? Is this broken here? Let's give them a hand.
The results of our last class today is the Bred and Own Rabbit. Our champion is Joshua Brinkman of the Golden Eagles, and our reserve champion is Erica Brinkman of the Golden Eagles. That concludes our 2025 Butler County Rabbit Show. One more time, let's give a round of applause to Richard Steinberg, our judge, and our superintendent, Liz Brinkman. To announce one more time that we have some extra slots in the calf scrambles. If you are ages 13 through 16 and would like to enter, you may do so at the secretary's office. You will need a parent's signature to participate. However, you do not have to both come to the office at the same time. You can sign up and your parent can come at a different time. Once again, we have some open slots left for the calf scrambles. If you are interested, ages 13 through 16, you may sign up at the secretary's office.